Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to talk about why my training would drive Jeffrey Verity Schofield, basement bodybuilding, and natural hypertrophy, and maybe even bald Omni man nuts. Before I get into this topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. If you need coaching, check out the link down below. All right, so I made a comment here on the YouTubes that my training, my style of power building or how I work out, even though it's bodybuilding centric, everything I do is grounded in building muscle, and strength is an outcropping of that. But I mentioned in the video that my training would probably drive Jeffrey Verity Schofield and basement bodybuilding and bald Omni man nuts. And their training would probably drive me nuts as well. Now I got a question about this because obviously it's a curious thing to say. Why would my training drive them nuts and why would their training drive me nuts? Well, here is kind of how I responded. It's not that we train so much differently as far as principles, and we have the same pillars in place: consistency and progressive overload and hard training and all that kind of stuff. So why would my training drive them nuts and why would their training drive me nuts? It's very reasonable. Nothing they do is wrong, nothing they're doing being critical of, and nothing I'm probably doing they're going to be critical of, because we understand the bigger picture. But here's the thing: as you move along into the more advanced stages of training, you start to develop a more and more specific style of training. This is what we call in the massive iron world evolving your training based on needs. And it's hard to explain to more beginning lifters what that means when they haven't gone through the process. But when you start lifting, when you start to figure things out, you start to understand what exercises feel good for you, what rep ranges feel good on specific exercises, what fits in best with your goals, what body parts for you are weak or strong, what you like to train a little bit more, what you need to train a little bit less. And in the case of calves, I have big ass calves, what you probably don't need to train at all. So over time, we evolve our training based on needs. We end up at a very reasonable destination. Me, bald Omni man, Jeffrey Verity Schofield. At the end of the road, we end up at a very reasonable destination. Our training on paper isn't that much different, but on the same note, it's different enough to probably drive each other crazy. Bald Omni man, Jeffrey Verity Schofield, they probably use exercises I don't like. Maybe they use rep ranges that I don't like on specific exercises. Maybe they throw in an intensity technique here or there that drives me nuts. Maybe one of them works out a little bit longer. Maybe one of them doesn't do enough sets on seated cable rows. When you get two near advanced or advanced lifters and they train together, a lot of times you're so used to doing the things you like that it's not like I wouldn't train with them. It's not like I wouldn't enjoy it. But in a sense, if you had to do it every single day, and if I had to train like Jeffrey Verity Schofield or bald Omni man or Alex Leonidas or any of those guys, it would drive me nuts. I couldn't train like them because their setup is very specific to their history. This is one reason on this channel I talk about exercise selection really doesn't matter as long as your exercises are reasonable. Split doesn't matter as long as the split is reasonable, all that kind of stuff. This is the big picture that I try to teach in the massive iron world. And if you take a room, if you fill a room with like 10 to 20 guys like me and GVS and bald Omni man and Alex and natural hypertrophy and basement bodybuilding and all these guys, we're going to all have results. We all have results, but we all have a different split. We all have different pet exercises. Some exercises work well for me. They don't work well for those guys. Someone's probably doing front squats and I hate them. Somebody's probably doing good mornings and I hate them. That's the thing. That's what I mean. So it can be very confusing to novices or folks in their in the middle of their journey, why are training programs so different? Why does this guy like this and that guy like this and this guy like that and that guy like this? I'm so confused. The thing that we need to understand to clear up the confusion is we need to look at the big common pillars, what everyone has in place. What are the commonalities of their programming? And this is pretty simple. They have a good quality exercise selection that doesn't run away from hard work. They have a good grouping of exercises for every body part that's very impactful and that allows them to train hard. These lifters are also super consistent with their training and nutrition. They don't play around. They're a lot stronger than they were at the beginning. And more than anything else, when you train with them, you will realize they train next level hard. So yes, their workouts would drive me nuts. My workout would probably drive them nuts if we had to do it more than one day in a row. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.